Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. We are exploring the Coronis Expanse currently, meandering our way through it on the way to our destinations. We definitely checked out this Space Hulk that was filled with crazed Mechanicus members. And we killed everything. Let's keep moving. $50 XP for the burning world. Discovered some plasma batteries. Okay, most of this stuff I guess is going to be pretty quick. Provisions or a smuggler's cache with some grenades and medkits and stuff. Sure, let's get provisions off this jungle world. And now we will move on. Alright, we are going to Trinitas. Reduce route difficulty. What is this exactly? Insight. Scan new systems, anomalies, or participate in non-combat space events. Okay. So we could spend one to make it unsafe. And then travel. No problem, I guess. Ooh, we got some unknown ships. Let's fight them. Nothing like a rousing bout of ship combat. Oh, God. Iconoclast Destroyer. Boom. Boom. It's just moving all over the place. Apostate Lance. Oh, God. Ugh. Alright, well, you know we gotta just smoke them. Gotta smoke them good and fast. That's not quite in... yeah. That's pretty good. I'd have to ram him to do any better. And I don't think we're going to be ramming anybody. So if I move here, maybe? Oh. I moved too damn close. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this decision I've made. Funny, they never seem to target my torpedoes, even though those are quite dangerous. They just like to target me. That would have been a nice double hit there if they stuck together. But, alright, I guess we'll just roast this jabroni. Now I'm in a shit spot. Much shittiness. lot we can do. I guess we reboot our shield. And fire off another torpedo. Yeah, I mean, you can just speed all this up because I can't influence any of these things that are happening right now. Oh, that son of a bitch. That's a pretty damn good hit. Boom, boom, boom. Still just trying to kill me. He thinks he's me. He thinks he's got this. Thinks he's a big bad mamma jamma. Fuck! It's outrunning my torpedoes nicely. What a piece of shit. He is. I mean, he's given us a run for our money here. But I think his time has come. There you go. Say hello to my little friend. Boom. How about round 2? Boom. Done. Upgrade. Upgrade hull. Upgrade RAM. Those are cool. Stygies pattern macro battery. Fire shots doing 21 damage per shot. For a total of 84 damage. Or 6 shots dealing 14 damage each. Which is, oh, it's a number. It's less, sort of? I don't know. Let's repair. I have 165, so I guess we should upgrade this shit. And that's it. That'll be it. Right. Okay. You having fun yet, kids? Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I would live comfortably, I suppose, if I never did another void ship combat. Lord Captain, we have received a transmission from Foulstone. It was sent by members of the Order of the Hammer, votaries of Saint Cognatius, whose monastery is the only settlement on the planet. Or rather, it used to be. Some time ago, a transport vessel, the Navica, unloaded several thousand refugees from a planet belonging to rogue trader Winterscale. The Order of the Hammer has judged this invasion to be an act of aggression and is asking for your ladyship's protection. We will not abandon people of faith in distress. Prepare a landing party and my shuttle. I'm taking the monastery under my protection. As it please your ladyship. Okay. Wow, it's a lot of text. And it's all written in, like, you know, not verse, but very flowery language here. Okay, yeah, so a bunch of refugees got dumped off here. After a prayer, the prelate Hectarchius turned his eye to the past in search of instruction. Hectarchius recalled the first missionaries to set foot on Falstone's vast wasteland, led by their zeal for serving Saint Cognatius. And those missionaries had received the blessing of Nicomedes Keefe, the champion of faith, who had traveled with them in their star bark, to found in this place a humble and pure abode wherein to cultivate wisdom and piety. And Saint Cognatius, a man of great endeavors, a warrior and a wise artificer, never cowered behind the walls of a librarium, but stepped bravely into the darkness, carrying light in the palm of his hand, and he commanded others to do the same. And not only Foulstone, but many other worlds of the Coronis expanse bear its imprint. And Prelate Hectarchius did welcome the interlopers warmly as his guests, but he did warn his brethren to keep their vigilance. The brethren and sisters of the Order of the Hammer came forth to meet the strangers, carrying water and protein victuals and medicinal herbs and jugs of promethium, but the crowd came to blows over viands, and blood was spilt, and many were trampled or mauled in the stampede, some of them dwellers of the monastery. Then the warriors of the Order of the Hammer donned their flak cowls, inscribed words of praise to the God Emperor on their tactical visors, and went forth, ready to render service in battle. With las guns and bolters they pierced the interlopers. With their chainswords and power flails they struck them, and a great and bloody harvest was reaped that day. But the interlopers too, scant though their armament was, and scanter their skill in battle, slew many among the monastery's dwellers, for great were their numbers, and greater their desperation. The monks fled beyond the walls, and rang the vox alarum, and shut the gate, and commanded the armed guards to keep watch over that gate, slain any who approached. A quarrel broke out. The hungry and the sick lay siege to the monastery, begging for help. In their spite, they blocked the water collector and unpowered the generatorium. The faithful, in the meantime, made ready to resist. And a miracle came to pass. The God Emperor sent his champion, his confidant, his right hand, the rogue traitor of the blessed house of Von Valancius. May the light of his grace remain upon it forever. The blessed rogue traitor... Okay, so the dogmatic approach here is to just slay as many of the refugees as possible. Summon Prelate Hectarchius and the leaders of the interlopers to hold each to account for their deeds. The strangers, prodigious in number, beseeched the rogue trader to take them in and give them shelter and protection as to her own servants. And spake they, saying, Long have we wandered, swiftly have we fled, many a woe and ordeal has befallen us, of many a father and son are we bereft. Now the warp hath taken the last of our strength, and we shall flee no more. And they spake further, saying, Without thy holy protection we are doomed, for we fear annihilation at the hands of our kin who remain behind. For having fallen away from the sublime light of the Emperor, they have descended into bloody sedition and become murderers of no mercy. Quote Prelate Hectarchius, Ours is a pure and secluded abode. By worldly futility we are untouched, and so we wish to remain. These unknowing souls seek to capture our abode. Avert this calamity of ours, for they are a people malicious, and multitudinous, and misfated. Then quoth he, If it be thy wish to confer land upon these wretches, confer it, for Foulstone has arid land in abundance. But make it not our duty to care for them, for that is not our path. Provide for them, and provide for us, and we shall acknowledge thee as our planetary sovereign. The blessed rogue trader then slaughters as many as possible. I mean, it's the dogmatic approach, I suppose. It just seems like kind of weird that these didn't change after I heard them both talk. But alright, slay as many as possible. And there was a great battle, and the accursed miscreants lost their lives in great numbers. The rest fled swiftly to the wastelands, there to hide in fear. And Prelate Hectarchius sent a vox transmission to the rogue trader, beseeching, "Destroy us not, but extend a hand of protection over us, for these wicked people will return to exact their vengeance." The most exalted rogue trader gazed over Foulstone's expanses and quoth, "Now 'tis mine." And the faithful rejoiced, for henceforth they would have an unwavering and mighty guardian, and they proclaimed it for all to hear. Singing hymns of glory, they unsealed the airlocks and opened the abode's gates, for a great endeavor in the glorious name of the rogue trader awaited them. Foulstone was to be led to prosperity and faith, to triumph. After a prayer, the architects set to work. In accordance with the saint's teachings and the parameters set forth in the standard template construct, they erected spacious living quarters and sturdy fort walls for the planetary militia, and a spacious auditorium wherein to trade and store goods, and a proud censorum within whose walls clerks and servo bondsmen would maintain order and keep statistical records. And a new yet righteous way of life came to Foulstone, and the people rejoiced, and all was good. Wow. Okay. For St. Drusus. Infernical. A special flamer. It's pretty cool. Blocks the High Throne, blocks Celestial Protector. Well, let's look. Lord Captain's Void Ship gains the Emperor's Retribution feature. So it's a bonus for the Void Ship. I'm not inclined to pick such things. Void Ship gains Shield of Faith feature. Again, I'm not inclined to pick such stuff, so let's go for St. Drusus. Good stuff. Okay. Well, that takes some amount of time, I guess. And that's that. So let's peace out. You can manage colonies remotely. That's good. Chart. We go to Omicron. Seems like a fun place to go. Permission to report, Lord Captain. I keep receiving messages about strange behaviors in certain ship systems. All decks report the uncontrollable opening and closing of doors, gates, and airlocks. They behave erratically and do not obey the operator's commands. Regrettably, this has led to casualties among the crew. The tech priests have explained that these phenomena are being caused by the machine spirit's erasability and have spent hours chanting litanies to soothe their anger. Unfortunately, many crew members were badly injured before the prayers could stabilize the system. Okay. What am I going to do with that information? Space dust. Yeah. The magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of augur arrays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of magnetic fluctuations in their blessed vigil and discover the mysteries of this emperor-forsaken planet. Okay, maybe she'll return here someday. Great. The ruins of an ancient imperial city were discovered on a dead world completely deprived of an ecosystem. According to the reports, the entire settlement is contained in a titanic glass dome that once held an artificial atmosphere. Your augurs detected the framework of 3 other similar structures that were never completed. For whatever reason, the dome systems failed, and left behind is this city, a ghost that never managed to become a proper colony of the Imperium. Alright, let's explore the temple district. And we get holy gifts. Explore the local palace. A lavishly decorated estate of the local ruler towers over rows of featureless bunkhouses. Several explorers perished from the cleverly hidden tripwires in the courtyard, but after losing their companions, the team easily disarmed the remaining traps in the estate. Anything of value has been promptly delivered to the rogue trader's vessel. The Lord Captain was even given an exquisite sword found in a secret cache that once belonged to the mansion's owner. Okay, ghost sword. Oh, Eldari weapon proficiency. Oh, shit. It's heretical. Gather as many supplies as possible. Oh, yeah. Plenty of good stuff. And drain the remaining fuel. Okay. Got everything we need. And we have no more extractums. So that's that. Boy, we're really covering ground here, aren't we? Let's go to System Speculo. Which I can't go to. Let's travel here. I hasten to report the disturbing news brought to me by the spirits of the ship. The matter is extremely delicate and concerns Lady Cassia. You see, since her first day aboard, her presence has been a disturbance to the crew's way of life. If you'll allow, I have prepared a detailed report. Okay, deliver your report. The first incident occurred immediately after our departure from Urak 5. The Lady Navigator chastised one of the ship's runners, after which he went to his living quarters, killed his family, and then shot himself. The second incident was noted while traversing the warp. The Lady Navigator gave the pilots the wrong instructions, and the void ship was thrown off course for a matter of minutes, but this was enough for the forces of the Immaterium to anger the machine spirits, enough for them to start a fire in the service bay. After that, officers living near the Lady Navigator's quarters began to express extreme emotions: hysteria, apathy, euphoria, rage. This is quite detrimental to crew morale and performance. The last incident was recorded on Footfall. Around 100 living birds were delivered on board during our stay on Footfall. Each bird cost a hefty sum, but I have failed to discover their purpose and subsequent fate. I was also told about a conflict between the Lady Navigator and the Seneschal. Alas, with no details. If you like, you can ask Master Wersarian directly. If I may, Lord Captain, the Lady Navigator's state of mind worries me. She is self-contained and does not mesh with the crew at all, which is why everyone avoids her. Even senior officers can be superstitious. I fear that only you are in a position to talk to her on an equal footing and improve the situation, for the sake of the crew's safety and that of Lady Cassia herself. I see. Thank you for bothering me with that kind of stuff. Okay, this is like a main story. Lord Captain, I bring dire news. A feud has broken out between the clans that maintain the Void Shield arrays. Rumor has it that the late Lady Theodora was seen on the lower decks, and so one of the families called for a rebellion against the usurper of the Void Ship. That is, you. So far, no one believes their mad tales, but unrest has begun at the fringes of the compartments. The ship's enforcers are ready to eliminate the instigating clan, or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. The decision is yours. What's this story? Rumors of Lady Theodora's presence on the Void Ship have been circulating for a long time and appear to be a deliberate provocation rather than ordinary drunken ramblings. Perhaps someone is intentionally stirring up the masses to rebel against you, or perhaps it is the influence of the war. Enforcers are already investigating, but right now we need to stop the conflict from escalating any further. As long as the unrest continues, the Void Ship's shields will not be operating at full capacity. Alright, find the source of the rumors and punish those responsible. I don't want any unnecessary death. Lord Captain, as Seneschal Wersarian would say, there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire Void Ship, tussling over a strange and obviously false rumor. If you so desire, I will convey your wishes to the enforcers later, but right now the unrest must be stopped, and the people return to their direct duties or replaced. Yeah, we can't be that soft-hearted, I suppose. Destroy the rebellious clan. Find a replacement among the neighboring crews. I'll see to it. Good. Can I go and do my things now? I don't know why you have all this text in like a dialogue thing while you have noise just blaring in your ears. That's times when you don't want loud noise. Lord Captain, according to the telemetry, the parameters of this system match those of Telecos Epsilon, home to the agri-world Janus that belongs to the Von Valancius dynasty. We have received a Vox message from the planet. The agri-world's governor officially welcomes the rogue trader and reports that she has begun preparations for a formal reception to celebrate the arrival of the planet's sovereign. Your subjects are looking forward to your visit. Great. Let me just spend a few weeks checking out these other planets, though. Yeah, get some plasma batteries. You know I need those. Governor of Viat's estate. Let's do it. Nice agri-world. What is being said? It sounded like Simlish or something. A lavishly dressed noblewoman in an opulent silk gown watches you with an expectant air, but then gracefully bows her head. Gem-encrusted implants protrude from her arms and neck. I welcome you on behalf of the noble house Viat ab Aram. My name is Vistenza Janus Viat ab Aram af Coronas. By the grace of the Emperor and the will of rogue trader Theodore von Valancius, I serve as planetary governor and an imperial commander-in-chief of this world. And greetings to you, noble Wersarian. It has been years since your last visit to Janus. I am glad to see you again. It is a good sign when a rogue trader seneschal does not visit a subject planet for a long time. Isn't that correct, Lady Viat? It means the governor is taking care of all matters, and there is no need for the seneschal to interfere. I hear praise in those words, and I thank you for them. In truth, your arrival in the place of the esteemed Lady Von Valancius is quite unexpected. I hope my coming in Theodore's stead has not disappointed you too much. Not in the least, your ladyship. On the contrary, I am delighted after all these years to once again welcome to my world. Oh, God. Giannis.
Take a knee.
Oh, okay, great. Here we go.
Already done.
We'll give it to Cassie. She's got a nice shot right here. Bada bing, bada boom.
If I may.
Again. Good. We like that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna blast this asshole. Done. Then... yeah, I don't know. So Cassie's just gonna go again.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Okay, he didn't do anything. That's weird.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
High momentum. Get me a target. Be gone.
Oh. What about this other guy? Okay. Oh, no, we're still here. This guy still exists.
Naturally.
Dumbass. Sucks ass.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Just get right up in them.
Battle.
Get up all in them.
I'll do it.
Boom.
Explorers know one route forward. My vow is to serve.
Weak ass, shit ass, shit.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Weak ass, shit ass.
Running binary override.
Yeah, I mean, there's a danger inherent here, I'll agree. Damn.
How'd you like this?
Alright, well, down she goes.
Deliver us.
Thankfully, she's practically useless, so I'm not too upset. I don't know, I feel just kind of weird in a 40k setting that my character that focuses on using guns is useless.
My time is now!
That seems strange to you?
How dare you? Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me?
How could she possibly compare to this shit? It's insane.
All too easy.
It's fucking insane damage.
Do not dare ask. As duty demands.
Look at that. Are you out of your mind?
I'll paint your death in colors.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Wait a minute. I don't have line of sight on this guy? What? I have line of sight on this guy. I didn't even know this guy was back here.
That is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
Damn.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me! Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Oh, okay, we're good. Alright, I don't know if I have line of sight, but we'll see.
Isn't this a job? Try to die with grace, at least.
Nice.
I'm not accustomed as duty demands.
There's still one more. Oh, this guy. Hello. Heinrichs will get you. No, Heinrichs is not going to get your ass.
I need a foothold. Let's see.
Need a foot long. Is that what he said?
For the throne. Nothing stands against me.
Stable yard can't do anything. Great. Yeah, yeah.
Advancing.
All good things.
Rest assured, I'll be marking this incident down.
The Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Nice try, buddy. Nice try, Pally. Give it to Heinrichs. He'll charge in, no problem. Boom. There goes the head. Your ladyship, Emperor preserve us, are you alright? Do not fret, layperson. We have grown used to outrageous slovenliness among the wardens of every world we visit. Pale grayness is strangling this peasant like a noose. His words are laden with fear for our well-being, and yet he fears for his own even more. Where did Governor Vyak go? Governor's safe, protected by walls and wardens. Please follow me. I will escort you to her person. Fine.
None shall stand in my...
Your ladyship, the most honorable Tacitus Beaticus von Valancius. The governor is awaiting you in her office, where she is protected by walls and guards. Would you prefer to meet with her alone or with your entourage? I'll speak alone, I guess. Yeah, big mistake. I'm about to be betrayed. Your ladyship, accept my abject apologies for the reprehensible stunt that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmares, I could never have imagined. Your local fuss is of no concern to me. I'm in urgent need of provisions from Giannis. Oh, your ladyship, it would give me great pleasure to immediately demonstrate the productive might of Giannis to you, but there are some issues. What's happening on the planet? Several months ago, uprisings broke out on Giannis. I was not even notified at first. Griping worms are for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned of what was happening after the miscreants began targeting noble families. And then it became apparent that what the Administratum's accounts had referred to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and society leaders. They have already brought 13 agri-complexes to a halt and have now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but their leaders are slipping from our grasp yet again. Can Giannis fulfill its foodstuff supplies under current conditions? I risk angering you, your ladyship, but this is nothing compared to shamelessly deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics experts of the Administratum are unable to guarantee stable tithes when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceport, and the terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. Until the usual order of things is restored on Giannis, any trade is nigh impossible. Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Giannis does not have its own fleet. We could organize a planet-wide search if we had ships at our disposal. Ships like yours, your ladyship. Perhaps you will find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have the ground forces and ship's crew work together to hunt down the enemy. I promise you, Governor, I will hunt down the seeds of rebellion and heresy on your planet and burn them to ash. The resolve and valor of the von Valancius dynasty knows no bounds. I am immeasurably thankful for your help. If any of those who attacked the estate had survived, then perhaps they could have been a valuable source of information, but you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. Incidentally, I did overhear the wardens talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Besides that, we still do not know who let those reprobates into the estate. The person who did it might also know something. I, as well as my retinue, are at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak and removing all traces of the attack from the estate. An esteemed Magos, who is responsible for agronomic efforts on the planet, is also here. He happened to be visiting this week to deliver his personal report. And of course, there is my aide in the war against the rebels, Earliette. I have no doubt she will be delighted to share her knowledge of Giannis with your ladyship. One of your wardens helped us in battle. A superb shot. Who was it? You must be referring to Urliette, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I have turned a blind eye to her horrific mutations, given the undoubted advantages she brings. You see, Urliette comes from the local degenerate stock of this world, and knows Giannis like the back of her hand, so she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although I admit that at times I am tempted to send her away from the estate, her unnaturalness means that speaking with her always leaves me feeling uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure, and so tall. If you wish to speak to Urliette, you will find her outside in the orangery, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from others. Footfall station's on the verge of starvation. Can Yana supply the people there with provisions? Yes and no, your ladyship. If the question is, can such an expansive and fertile world as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course it can. We lose more provisions to gnawing pests every cycle than those on Footfall could eat in their entire lives. But can we ship said provisions to Footfall? Not a chance. Any cargo shuttle that leaves the surface will be a target for attack. The rebels will not hesitate to bring it down, sending flaming debris over the capital. Our silos could become targets for sabotage. Food could be poisoned or mined. The logistics of transporting supplies to Footfall will only be possible once the uprising has been completely crushed. Who's this person standing next to you? One of my ladies-in-waiting, Amelia. Amelia performs secretarial duties and helps me to remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for the productivity and prosperity of Giannis. I trust my advisors implicitly, and over time, Amelia has become not merely a faithful companion, but almost my shadow. Losing her would be like losing my right hand. Yeah, okay. I must take my leave.
Follow my lead.
Well, I guess let's chat with Urliette, who's in the orangery.
The rogue trader will tire of you, abomination, and let justice be done. Nothing gives me more pleasure than the anticipation of that moment. Lay claim to the stars.
Who is she talking to exactly? Hi, Cassia. Alright, well, let's level up. We love that stuff. Love leveling up. Alright, so stuff obviously related to her stratagems and things like that that we don't really bother with. Boy, I mean, it's really like all that stuff. I feel like I should be doing this stuff. Oh, boy. Like that, I mean, each ally in the rear area gains a bonus crit chance if there's no enemies in a 5-cell radius around them. That's probably just pretty good, because the rear is the only one that I'm really using at this point. Otherwise, you know, you go into all sorts of other stuff we've looked at over and over. I don't know. I still don't know what to do with this character. I feel like eventually we're just going to use a CRPG bro build. All right, let's do sniping zone. Done. Pascal. Remember, an ally kills prey, you get half the bonuses from hunt down the prey. Whenever prey is killed, all enemies in a 10-cell radius around the prey have their agility reduced. Whenever an enemy is killed by crit scored by the bounty hunter or an ally, bounty hunter gains damage for 2 rounds. Difficulty tier. It's probably not that much damage. Whenever the bounty hunter kills an enemy with a critical hit, all allies in a 7-cell radius around the target gain crit chance. Oh, I don't know. I guess. Sure, hunting surge. Gosh, there's just so much. So much. I don't know. Unlike Pathfinder, none of it really, like, excites me. I don't know. I'm not quite sure why that is. Maybe it's just too much granularity to it. You know, like specific situations that add like 4% damage for the a round or 2 rounds. You know, it's just like, I don't fucking care. Once per round, whenever an enemy considers the Vanguard a priority target, enters a cell adjacent to the Vanguard, they provoke an attack of opportunity. That's pretty good. Let's just go with that. Argenta. Herbs of Steel. Whenever the Master Tactician or allies gain momentum, they gain 1 more. That's not bad. %, more damage to targets with less than 50% health. I mean, that's pretty solid, I would say. Cassia, oh my god. I mean, what does she need at this point? Whenever the Navigator uses the Navigator ability, Veil Degradation is reduced by 1. That's probably pretty solid. Probably not, but whatever. For him, I want to get that Eldari weapon proficiency. No, I can't take it. Level 22. Fuck. Dual weapon combat, though. Sounds plenty fun to me. Give him another sword. Like a chain axe. Hell yeah, boy. Pretty badass. I want to blame, like, my weaponry that's just not very good. Like, it's not holding up now. That would make the most sense. But what the hell am I gonna give her? M40 auto gun? I wish I had the, you know, sort of organized by value or something. That's usually the easiest way to tell what's a better weapon than another one. But no such luck. Damn it.
It's about time.
We gotta find the orangery. This orangery is gonna be off the chain. It's by a gazebo.
A new challenge for me.
Everybody loves gazebo. Help the rebels and save Giannis. Uh-oh. Nerve toxin. He's gonna die in 60 seconds. Death to traitors of the Imperium. It is the dogmatic choice. Sure. Although it's really a dumb choice, because we probably... He was dead anyways. We could have gotten some information from him. That's lawful stupid right there. Don't do stuff like that.
Stand in my way.
Let that be a lesson to you. Who's this? Hold on, let me crack open your safe first.
Explorator is blessed with
And we'll talk to Vinzelex. Lex Mechanic Vinzelex. Okay. What do you do here on Giannis? By the order of the Adeptus Mechanicus, I've been entrusted with the management of the Adeptus Administratum, in order to catalog agronomic data and analyze information about the planet during the process of subjugating it to the will of the Imperium. You see. Undesirable pathologies of flora and fauna have been noted, which may pose a threat in the short term. Genetic and chemical pathologies. Harmless species mutate and become aggressive, while plants change their chemical composition and become poisonous. Oh, God. How is the governor dealing with undesirable pathologies? Suppressor genes to make the planet's organisms resistant to pathology, but so far I've not been able to solve the problem. Further exploration of the planet would perhaps speed up these processes. Xeno activity. Ruined structures of non-human origin were noted in different sectors of the planet. Okay. So we got Xenos ruins out there, mutant animals, and plant life. Seems like not all is well on Giannis. We still haven't found the damn gazebo. Oh, gazebo!
Iliad Lenevis greets you, Elantark.
Ooh.
Regrettable news. This creature is not a mutant as the locals assumed, but a representative of the Eldari, one of the myriad enemies of humanity. You should not trust this creature. Do not communicate with it any longer than necessary.
There is no need to mutilate my language, monkey. I speak yours well enough to converse with Elantark without a translator. And since you have discerned my path, I will be direct in my speech. My soul is nothing kin to yours. Your kind call us Xenos, as if we are all as one. I came here to protect the Lilithon by assisting the governor against her enemies. Will you hear me, or be blinded to sense by your precepts?
Dogmatic attack. I don't converse with the enemies of humanity. Boys, that's the playthrough we wanted to. We just did a stupid dogmatic action that I, you know, was like, oh, well, you know, we're dogmatic. That's what the playthrough we're doing. I guess we have to follow through, but I feel like
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I mean, there's gonna be companions that we just don't get to work with in every playthrough. What kind of RPG would it be if you were just everybody's buddy?
Follow my lead.
Wouldn't make a lick of sense. Adeptus Administratum. Attilius Quint, Prefectus of the Officio Agricultae. I uncovered the servant who betrayed the governor. Here's the place where you'll find his body. What wonderful news! We will conduct an identification without delay, and punitive measures will be taken against the criminal's close associates. We will instill those weak minds with the due terror the governor's power warrants. Cassia Decifia Evriella, Lady Navigator of House Orselli. The governor is a superb leader. She possesses an excellent grasp of all matters and never uses an incorrect form for a given situation. A lady who fills out paperwork with such finesse cannot be a bad person, in my view. Brilliant. Brilliant. Found your presence most distressing. What skull are you talking about? True anomaly. Here it is. I believe the finished piece was intended to be given as a gift to the governor, but under the current circumstances, I doubt I'll be able to send it to Footfall anytime soon. Repulsive barbarism! Smash! What are your duties here? You oversee the administrative apparatus on the planet, serve as secretary, and logistics related to supplying the planets of the Von Valencius dynasty and the timely payment of tithes to the Imperium's official collectors. When were the last shipments sent? Our supply shipments are all in order. All foodstuffs and other items are ready for export and are simply awaiting the arrival of the transport ships. Yeah. Last Imperial ships came here decades ago. Several decades ago. The absence of a required signature is, of course, the most horrifying thing about this situation. Indeed, it is! Bureaucracy, baby. In the last few months, 15 organized attacks and 7 terrorist attacks have been perpetrated. Irrigation equipment has been sabotaged in agrarian sectors 3 to 5, transport routes 27, 413, and also... Data is superbly collated. The map clearly displays the actions of the rebels. At first glance, there seems to be no logic to their campaign, but after analyzing the data and the features of the terrain, you notice a clear system indicating a geographical pattern to their attacks. The rebels are well armed and well trained. What's more, the governor's advisors are inclined to think that the instigators of the rebellions are very familiar with the planet's terrain and climate. Yeah. Great. Alright. Well, I feel I don't know, I like, overall, I feel weaker and weaker, like, as a whole party. But Cassia just gets stronger and stronger, and we kind of just steamroll everything entirely due to her.
None
Woe
shall
befall
stand
us
in my
if we come across an enemy that she can't damage, but for now she's carrying. Alright, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.